I think all of us have jobs.
Yeah, we
We're all working full time essentially.
How do you juggle work and school?
With very little sleep and very little sanity.
And a lot of caffeine.
My college day has been elongated because I need to work 35 hours a week to be able to support myself and pay for tuition.
We just don't have the same amount of time as someone who has, you know, the luxury of not working.
I mean, the average Hunter student graduates in 7 years. And that actually seems very low to me.
It's impossible to take a heavy enough workload every semester that you're here while you're working full or part-time to be able to graduate inside of 4 years.
I don't necessarily qualify for federal aid, and I know that puts me in a fortunate position, but neither can I pay, tuition or want to be saddled with student loans until I'm 40.
I know a couple of people who had to drop out to work. Basically, they couldn't afford to pay for school, or they weren't getting enough money from the government.
I emptied my whole account paying for books, so I need to save up for next semester.
If I don't get a job soon, I probably will have to drop out from college.
Better your education, you're always going to better your status.
I think that everyone here in the United States should be able to obtain a degree.
I'm the baby of the family, actually. I'm the youngest and the only one born here in America. All of my other brothers and sisters were born in Panama. I've attended 3 different colleges so far. I had to stop because of work. My title is Auxiliary Program Coordinator. I coordinate the classes and the programs after school for the community. For this promotion, I was just a swimming instructor. I was a part-time worker working full-time hours.
1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, let's go again.
I've worked 8 years before I got this promotion. I had to work because I had no parents then when I started college. My parents left. It just became too hard for me to maintain going to school and living with my brother, maintaining the bills and everything. I want to go back to school and I want to finish and get my degree because I feel that that's a great accomplishment in life.
I am a wife and a mother. I have a 3-year-old daughter and I'm married. My husband is in the U.S. Army serving active duty. Right now, I'm working at a call center, right now as a supervisor. Working freshman year as well as studying and going to school was a little difficult because I had worked in high school, but I only worked a couple of hours a week, so it was nothing like going to college and now having to worry about courses and working. In the beginning stages of my pregnancy, I did think that I would be able to stay through college and as well as work, as well as, raise a baby. And then it all came down to me, I can't do this because I don't have all the same resources. Like, I can't quit this job and not have to worry about money. I need more money. I need a full-time job, 40 hours a week. I can't go to school for hours at a time and we'll have to find a babysitter that can accommodate my college schedule as well. So there were just a lot of bad cons to staying in school and working and having a child. I spoke to my counselor about how I could try to stay in school as well as manage my child, and they did not have a daycare at the time, so that was a big major con in it because I think that if they had on-campus daycare, it would have made a big difference for me. I definitely think more can be done to support students who are struggling in school. I feel like you pay so much money to go to college, and to not have resources available to you to make sure you do your best and you give your all is just not fair.
I'm attending Empire State University through the Harry Van Arsdale program. That's of local union number 3. I knew I couldn't get anywhere with just a high school diploma. There's nowhere you could work. There's no one who's going to hire you over somebody with higher credentials. You're basically at the lowest of the totem pole, and that's not where you want to be. That's not where you deserve to be. Right now, I'm working from 7 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. This job in particular includes overtime that could go up until 11 o'clock at night. It doesn't allow me all the time I need to study for school. I would be a better student if that's all I had to worry about with school. But going to work has made it a lot more of a challenge. The classes that I'm taking, none of them are related to construction except for occupational safety and health. The remainder of them aren't exactly at all geared towards being an electrician, but that has allowed you to think more, and it's made me a more well-rounded person that I know about government, I know about labor and the economy, that I know about the race, class, and gender. That's the class I'm taking now. It just makes me a more well-rounded person to know these things.
I think I have probably one of the more complex stories. I have 2 parents that are illegal aliens. They both have been incarcerated since I was about in 8th grade. So I literally had to do everything on my own. My 18th birthday, I'll never forget it, and I was just sitting there hysterical, like I had no idea what my life was culminating into, and that was the defining moment when I said, okay, it's time for me to really get focused, and that was when I decided, okay, you need to do something that you love, working with kids. So that was ultimately the reason why I opted for a degree that has to do closely with working with kids. It's a totally different ballgame when you're a college student that works as well, because you have to factor in the fact that you have bills. So it's not necessarily, I don't want to work or I don't have to go to work. It's, I have to work in order to survive. So it wasn't even a choice for me. Every aspect of my life, I've had to really try to figure out ways to pinch a little money here and then pinch a little money here. And then if you don't have any money, then it's just, okay, I have to get to school. That is my main goal, is being able to get to school and work. So even if it means necessarily that I don't have food to eat, I always make sure that I can get to school. If I didn't have the motivation, then I have no idea where I would be right now, because it's been scary.